What's up, YouTube? We are here with Legacy Card Gaming's own Niko Schlierkamp, who just won his 132 player regional in Frankfurt with, what did you play?
Metalfoe Zoodiac.
Metalfoe Zoodiac. What were your matchups, Niko?
I played 360 cup Paleozoics. Lost to one of them because he had 3 anti-spells. Like, I was able to out 2 of them, but the third one was just too much in game 3. Then I played 1 Mermail, 1 Deskbot, 1 pure Zoodiac, but I think he played in Shadow Engine. 1 Metalfoe Mirror, shoutouts to Typhoon, I played against him, and he basically gave me the list. I just changed a few cards. And I played 1 Involved Wind Witch Artifact in the last round.
Okay. Well, let's get into the deck profile.
So the basic 15 Metalfoes. I think you need to play 3 of them. I think it's just better. Like, some people cut this down to 2, but I think Metalfoes are just mandatory in your opening hand. So I wouldn't cut any of those. Then 3 Eccentric, especially with Paleozoic as the most represented deck in the meta at the moment. You definitely need 3 of those, and you can go for like MX Saber and Roker, for example, if you have like worse, like really bad hand. You can just still fix it with a bunch of level 3s. But sometimes it helps. 1 Rescue Rabbit to have access to your rank 3 toolbox even more often, and just can bait out back rows. And you can fusion some before you pendulum some, which is really broken most of the times. 1 Luster Pendulum, this was just not necessary and not good. I cited it out almost every match, I think. It was just a win more option. It doesn't help anything to fix the problems of this deck, and I don't know, filling the extra deck isn't the problem you have, so it's just a win more option, and you need the extra deck slot, so it's better play something else. And 1 Maxi is still broken. You can search it off Retaliating Sea in my sideboard, which I will come to later. Then the basic Speedroids to bait out back rows. It's really good against Paleozoic because you can go into Totem Bird, Breaksword, or Grumples, and you can go for MX7 Walker, obviously.
Standard.
Yes, 6 copies of the best card of the deck. It's Barbaboon. It just unbricks your hands like full of Metalfoe spell traps or something like that. And you could just go for the Zoo combo, obviously. And with the basic combo, you mostly shuffle back 3 Barbaboons with Emerald. So you can use it not like second time after that to bait out back rows during the next turns. And you barely brick with this because if you have 1 Lonefire, you just summon Lonefire with Lonefire and tribute all your copies, so you don't death draw them like in the late game, and you can just shuffle back multiple copies with Barbaboon.
This is broken card.
Then like the Zoo Engine, just cards, just 2 more reds. Yes, this deck can still go for the like full Zoo combo with only 2 reds if you have access to Invoker, and this deck has like access to Invoker like incredibly often. Like, I rarely played a deck. I rarely played a game where I didn't open like Invoker or something like that. And yes, you don't need Whiptail. Like I should have sided it probably against Paleozoic to interrupt chains and to banish Dewfrog or something like that. Well, against rogue decks like Cosmo. But it wasn't necessary in the main deck. It's just a potential death row. Like you don't search it anyways because you mostly search off like this if you need a low scale, or like almost every game you search off this together with this, obviously. I will explain the combo after the profile. And after if I will probably go second in the second game or third game, I sort those out because you don't get to like resolve the full combo anyways against backrow or something like that, or Transias. So you still need 1 searchable target to like get the maximum value out of your Zoo cards. Then for the other spells, 2 Painful Decision, obvious, really good spell. To Summoner's Art, this should have been one, probably. Like, way too much. I just had too many copies in my hand. Like, I had this stat in my hand like 3 or 4 times. It's just not worth it, I think. Like, one's fine, but the second one isn't needed. One Upset Goblin. This is really good in this deck because, like, if this would be a random draw, you could potentially draw. You have a high chance to draw a Metalfoe, Spell Trap, or something like that. In this deck, you can pull out most of your dead cards to guarantee at least decent draw with Upset Goblin. So that's something really useful in this deck. Then for the Spell Traps, obvious. Those, and you need 2 counters because Zoodiac is still a thing, and even against Paleozoic, you need, like, you can set double counter, and if you destroy something, you can activate both, and he has to negate one with Toad, because otherwise you would just summon 2 Fall Flame, run over Dupe and Toad, so to clear the Toad. And he can chain Paleozoic traps and damage steps, so it doesn't trigger that traps most of the times. That's it for the main deck. It's 46 cards.
46?
Yes.
Okay.
Side deck, 3 Retaliating Sea. As I said, it's basically there to Surge of Maxi, but it's also fine against the new Zoodiac because the new pure Zoodiac has to play like multiple copies of Fusion Substitute, so this is like never dead in your hand, and you can just pop it in your own turn to Surge of Maxi afterwards, and it's still okay in the mirror match to take away their resources, or if they play like the same kind of build to interrupt their combo. Oops. Then 2 Denko Second Cerberus. I wanted to try this out. It's just some little Denko for 1 turn, but you can use your Metalfoe spell traps, Metalfoe scales to set Metalfoe spell traps. Sorry. But in general, I didn't draw this, but Denko was always better, I think. Like, I never wished I had this instead of Denko because, like, Denko locked him like multiple turns. It was just so brutal. It's just for 1 turn, so it's probably too weak. So this should be a 3rd Denko in the future. Then 3 MST against Paleozoic and every deck that could potentially side in Antaspell Fragrance.
Why no Cosmic Cyclone?
I think paying life points is somehow relevant, and the aspect that the card is banished is never comes up really. And I wasn't too scared of the mirror match, like, honestly.
Okay.
I just thought that the 1,000 life points wouldn't be worth it.
All right.
At all. But maybe afterwards I would change. I would change it. Like, if Metalfoe is played, like, if more people play Metalfoe, maybe you should probably play Cyclone instead.
Okay.
But for this tournament, MST was fine.
All right.
Then 3 Book of Eclipse. I never sided it in, but in general you need against every deck that summons Fiend like Monarch or BA, and every deck that spams Omegas or something like Unucho or Debiati to just out them. And then 3 Solemn Strikes. This should have been Barriers, but I didn't have any. So yes, Strike was still fine. Like, I started it in going first like almost every game. Sometimes even going second, like against the Despot guy because I was scared of Naturia Beast. Yes, so it was still fine, but Barrier would have been better, definitely. And for the extra deck, for the Zeus, you only need those 3, because you don't need Bobber to detach it to summon the 2nd red. So you just need to detach twice, once to search and once to special summon. So you don't need the 3rd XYZ to detach. So this is enough for the combo, and you don't want to do the Zoo combo like twice or something like in the pure Zoo decks, because you don't play Whiptail to like do a combo again, and you don't shuffle those in with Emerald most of the times.
They normally use Baobab, right?
Right, I'll normally shuffle back Baobab Moon. So yes, you could play a 2nd round here, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Then 1 Daigos Emerald, you need it for the combo obviously. 1 MX7 Invoker to start the combo, and the 1 Norn you need for the combo.
Obviously.
Yes, with the substitute. 1 Break Sword, 1 Totem Bird, 1 Grumples, obviously with the rank 3s. 2 Mithrilium, 1 Oracle, 1 Adamante, and 1 Alcohest. I think this is the perfect number. Like, maybe you could add a 3rd Mithrilium, but I don't think it's needed. Like, this is basically enough. Like I made this once or twice and didn't make this, I think. But like it's enough in general. You need your extra deck obviously for the Zeus, and this deck seems to be really OTK heavy after turn 1. So most of the times turn 1 you set up and turn 2 you OTK them, so you don't need more than those fusions. Then 1 Ignis turret, like as I said, I wouldn't play this. Like it's just garbage.
Okay.
Then for the combo,
Oh yeah, exactly.
you need those zoo cards. I will just show it with the Bow Baboon. It doesn't matter if you have Terratop or Bow Baboon in general.
The standard combo, right?
Yes, right. So you start with Bow Baboon, you pop it with the Metalfoe scale, goes to graveyard, use its effect, special summon 2, draw 2 cards, like put 2 cards back to get a better hand. Then you overlay those 2 to MX Saber and Broker, use its effect to special summon Marmoret, overlay to Tigress, use its effect to special summon the last Marmoret, overlay Broadwall, use its effect to add Black Sheep effect to add Fusion Substitute. Then you activate Substitute, fusion those 2 to Northern, use Northern's effect to reborn Redbeard. Now you overlay those for Emerald, put Drancia on this one. Now you can use Emerald, like, it's important you detach Northern. And you can now recycle Bow Baboon, all 3 if you use them. If you open with Terratop, I mostly recycle those 2 and the Tagtamborg if I top deck another Terratop. So you draw 1 card of Emerald, use Fusion Substitute to recycle this. So you get like 2 draws, Drancia and Emerald, and you still have your Pendulum Summon. You can still pop with Metalfoe Scales. You can still pop in your opponent's turn to interact. Like this, I also had the problem with this engine because like my first turn of the tournament, I used Black Sheep and realized I didn't put this in my deck. So I just got a game loss like in the first game. It was just like the fastest game one ever. Yes, the engine is really strong. I usually decided out going second against the most decks, but it's ridiculous going first. Yes.
Pretty broken. Well, good. Any last words?
Yes, shoutouts to Legacy Card Gaming, obviously, and thanks to Typhoon for giving me the list. Because like he told me to play this deck. He said it was good. It was really good. I didn't expect it to be that good, to be honest. And thanks to my neighbor Pepper to give me the deck. I don't own any cards of this. I think except for the Morets.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
Okay. Well then, thank you and bye bye.